Welcome back to another exciting episode with members of the Florida Powerboat Club. This is Stu Jones, and we are featuring our final 8th episode of the epic 2017 edition of the Key West Poker Run, where we celebrated 25 years of powerboating in paradise. This event is presented by Mercury Racing with grand prize sponsor from offleaseonly.com, where we're going to present a brand new Mustang convertible to the lucky winner of the Poker Run. When we left off in our last episode, we were at the Key West Poker Run Village. It was Saturday afternoon. Everyone was out enjoying a fun run offshore and the rough stuff. Some people were at anchor at a raft-up party. It was a fun, sunny day, a little windy, but the boats were on their way in, and we are going to be back in the Poker Run Village with all kinds of festivities. So let's pick it up here at the Conch Republic Seafood Company. Of course, the Poker Run Village is the heartbeat of the Key West Offshore Poker Run every year, and it has been for as long as I can remember, since we moved into this facility in 1999. And it really has a lot going on with the FPC girls selling all of this souvenir merchandise. And of course, here at the sponsor dock, it is a continuous flow of spectators and performance boating enthusiasts who are coming down to check out all of these incredible offshore powerboats of every description, which are all on display from our feature manufacturing and dealer sponsors. Of course, we also have the dry land displays, so we stopped by a popular stopover, which is the cigarette display, where the cigarette owner, Skip Raver, just happened to be hanging out along with his dealer represented here, Performance Boat Center.
Hey, thanks a lot for coming to the Key West Poker Run. We're really excited. The 25th anniversary. I knew Stewie when he was thin and he was good looking. But we're really excited to be here in the Poker Run Village with our new GTR Reserve. It's an all-new designed version of the GTR, and if it's possible, it's better than the original one. Upholstery, the attention to detail, the sound, the wind doors, it's the next step, and you're going to be seeing more and more higher and higher quality even from Cigarette coming. We're going to raise the bar even higher than we ever did before. But Key West is really personal for me. Before I owned Cigarette, I used to come to the Key West Poker Run. It's so good to see the same people coming around, people enjoying, and just a great atmosphere. Everything here has been great. Stu's done a great job, and you know, I don't know if we'll be here for another 25 years, but we hope to be here for another 10 or 15. Thanks a lot.
Hey guys, this is Cassie. We're at the Poker Run Village here in Key West, Florida. We are on a 2018 Cigarette GTR 41 Reserve. What we got here is a 41-foot boat, 11-foot beam, and we have quad 400 Mercury Racing outboards. This boat will go 82 miles an hour very comfortably. The buyer, you're going to be out in the ocean. You're going to be out in a big lake. Really, it's going to be a really comfortable boat for a big group of people or just you and your loved one. Being here in Key West for Performance Boat Center is huge for us. We are nationally recognized as a company and the boats that we sell. But Cigarette's our main brand, and we're doing very well with it. The atmosphere here in the Poker Run Village is, you can't compare to anything else. It's been very busy. People are having fun. They're looking at the boats, and it's a hot spot for the performance market, and we love it here.
It goes without saying that powerboats are taking the center stage here at this Poker Run Village, but we always have some very interesting displays on hand. One in particular that's here every year is Liberty Coach with their $1 million luxury motorhomes. We caught up with Gary Patterson to tell us what he had here on display for 2017.
Today I have a very special coach that we just built and completed, and it's a 2018 Elegant Lady bath and a half floor plan, which is the most sought after floor plans today in the industry. Also, we have a total custom design and engineering on our dashes, on our bays on the exterior. Our electronics have totally changed where it's the most simple to use piece of equipment, again, in the whole industry. Question has always been asked, why do you like to come down here when it's a boat-oriented event? And I said, well, the difference is that we aren't boats, but if you look at the quality that we build into our coaches, then you will see that we're right with each other as far as how we build, design, engineering. The biggest reason we come down here is it gives us an opportunity to meet other people that might not ever have the opportunity to see what we make. You know, some people go to a show, but they really don't see anything. So we're here. We put a nice display on, have all the lights on right here. Everybody's welcome to come in and take a look. And the best part of the deal is a couple of years ago we were down here and had a brand new coach and sold a brand new one right here on the spot. So the managers and my bosses and everybody was very happy. So therefore we'll probably continue to come down here year after year. Not just for that reason, but to generate new traffic and new customer base.
Back again for 2017, we're the professionals from Wilson Custom Marine to talk about how they can enhance your performance boat.
Okay, Wilson Custom Marine is our propeller and drive specialty shop. We've been doing it for years. My father actually runs the shop, Mark Wilson. We blueprint the number 6 drives for handling, acceleration, stability. Lots of people, all the race boats, all the big fast cats out there right now running WHM, performance boats, they've all got our drives. The other company we have, which is a new company, is Wilson Custom Composites. We've actually brought in a new infusion system. So we use a lot of carbon fiber, new foams, all imported from Germany. And we're currently building a 40-foot race and pleasure catamaran and other performance boats. We do a lot of parts, engine hatches, we do brand new canopies with new structures. The advantages are A, we can make them a lot stronger, B, we can make them a lot lighter. So right now we're actually looking at between 30 to 35% stronger and even more so on the weight. So we've done a 40-foot hull that's come out 30% lighter than most anything out there right now. So we're really excited about it. It's a really simple infusion system that we have, which is we're actually wanting to bring it into new manufacturers as well. Any of the manufacturers that want us to help them with it, show them if they want to bring that to their customers, we will do. But it's not just boats, it's T-tops, it's engine hatches, anything you really want. We've just started a new line of custom propeller boxes as well, so they're lightweight, really strong. The materials we are using are really, really good materials, imported from Germany. So our quadraxles that we're using are actually the ones used on the Airbus A380 wing. So they are of the highest quality. Our bonding glues right now are the same. That's what bonds together the Boeings and the Airbus wings. So we've really gone to a new level of quality and technology, but we figured out a way that the pricing isn't much. It's only about a 10% increase over other materials and bonding glues. So we've got a bunch of advantages. We know, we've been around the industry long enough, people know us, we're not a new company coming into it. We love all the boat manufacturers, from Randy to Pete to John Kosker, Trond at Nortec. We love those guys, we've been around them long enough, so we're trying to offer them as well so they can bring to their customers a new option if they want it, to really step up the level so we can bring the marine industry level with the aeronautical and the automotive industry.
Factory Billet is a company that is known nationwide for its high-end billet aluminum products that are installed on wakeboard boats and recreational marine products. But their latest creation is a high-performance engine with close to 2,000 horsepower.
Factory Billet is about to introduce a new engine package into the marine industry, which is a 1650, 1950 flex fuel engine, but it's going to be a total package, as in helping the boat manufacturer or the end user with the rigging, the water and fuel system, so a totally integrated package. Engine, transmission, drives, props, just to take the pleasure boating to the next level. I mean, racing and boats both go hand in hand together, but power boating is awesome, and just as progression happens, I realized that there was something better that we could do for the marine industry. Key West it's awesome. It's always a great time. The Polka Run dealer is great. It's a beautiful situation. So to come down here and enjoy the mangroves and the Polka Run and the people and the Florida Powerboat Association, I think that's great for everybody.
We welcome Buzz Fiery from Total Dollar Insurance once again, the specialist in high-performance marine insurance.
We do a pretty unique position of the programs we offer. Not only are we involved in yacht insurance, cruiser insurance, but we're big in the center console business, which is exploding now with what you can see here at the docks with the triples and the quads and the 5-engine boats. That's a whole tough market to satisfy, and when you get over 75 miles an hour, most markets drop off, but we have a program that's unique for those boats that we can ride up to 100 miles an hour on a center console. I got involved with Stu early on when I met him at the Miami Boat Show when he was first getting started. So that goes back 25 years at least. that I've been involved with Stu, advertising with him and his programs and working with him and insuring his boats. Like I just insured his new Top Gun. We got a 2000 Top Gun. I just wrote policy on that this week for him. So good relationship with Stu. He sends me business. We give his members a 10% discount. Works out great both ways. Key West Poker Run is a good chance to meet up with our customers that we deal with on the phone. People we talk to but they've never seen us. It's always good for them to put a face to a name, and likewise for me to meet them. And so it's good to be here even from just that aspect alone.
By late afternoon, most of the boats had made it back in from their afternoon romp and raft-up party, but now it's the early evening and things are about to wind up here at the Conch Republic Seafood Company as we prepare for our very festive final party hosted by these lovely FPC girls and all the FPC staff. On the agenda tonight is a wonderful meal here at the Conch Republic, as well as a full evening of entertainment featuring the People's Choice Awards and playing out the poker cards. But of course, we've got a few minutes to wander around the Poker Run Village just a little more and catch up on some of these boats that we might have missed earlier in the day, like this brand new 36 Wright Performance Cat offered by Performance Boat Center, and it is one incredible ride. This 41 Cigarette GTR is another showstopper here at the Poker Run Village. Quad Mercury Racing 400Rs, and it just so happens Mercury Racing, right across the aisle from Cigarette, has got its latest creations like this Mercury Racing 860, the newest from the QC4 platform, naturally aspirated. We can plan to see a lot more of these in future poker runs. Of course, this private display back year after year, one-off signature NASCAR Cup cars, exotic cars, and speaking of exotic cars, this display from Fastlane Travel featuring this off-lease only Porsche was promoting the Florida Powerboat Club's Europe Poker Run. Thanks again to Hardin Marine for returning with this amazing display, and thanks to these guys for defending our country. In spite of the wind on this Saturday evening, it was a beautiful November night, and the crowd came out in droves, hundreds and hundreds in attendance. And again, it is a private venue for Saturday night, but the general public are allowed to come out here and walk the docks and check out the show. And it just so happens that that show just keeps getting better and better every year. I mean, the bling factor on the dock is at an all-time high. Look at all the underwater lights, the amazing stereo systems that everyone has, the lights that are in conjunction with the sounds of the stereo. I mean, guys, you guys have knocked that out of the park. Our manufacturers and sponsors have the latest and greatest of every marine product available out there in the performance world. And there's really only one way for these guys to go, and that's bigger. And clearly that is what HCB Custom Boats has done with this EG Vodka 53 Suenos. I mean, the boats are so big now that they are so impressive when they sit here at the docks. But inside, obviously a big party. The food is fantastic every year, and so are these ladies. The girls of FPC joining us here. That is Kayla on the left and Rochelle on the right. The lady in the middle, I think she was a local Key West model from the Anna Suite and her friends. But just look at how well laid out this party is every year. Everyone's allowed to just kind of hang out, get a cocktail. There's a bar on every corner. And there's Jackie and Tracy having a good time tonight. But I think that this night is such a great way to wrap up an incredible poker run event. Starts on Tuesday. We run on Wednesday, we run on Thursday, we go out, we pretty much hang out and watch the races on Friday. Saturday, a fun run, and then Saturday night, the big event. And of course, one of the highlights of Saturday night, as always, is the competition for the coveted Sexiest Crew Award, which really got heated this year for a lot of reasons, because of course we had Bob Berg and his girls of the program yacht. There were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them with all of these matching outfits ready to put on a show. So we gave them the stage so they could put on a show. By the way, none of this was rehearsed at all. They just showed up and said, hey, we're here to party. And you know what? I said, go ahead. Here's the stage. Do your stuff. Talk about the poker cards now. Everyone's getting a chance to play out their hands. Every team gets at least one poker hand. And the expression I like to use is you pay, you play. So the point is that you don't always have to stop and get your poker cards along the way. You're going to be able to get your poker hand anyway. What you do have to do is get the bonus cards, though, so you can play 2 extra cards. Inside, The food, once again, fantastic. Every year they put on a huge display of food, and nobody goes home hungry, I can assure you. They do such a great job there at the Conch Republic, and nobody ever complains about the food because they serve a lot of it, and it's all really good. There's Trond and Team Nortec getting their wristbands from Jackie, and here's some of the awards we're going to hand out tonight. But let's check out where the big action is at the Poker Run trailer where they're playing out the cards.
Yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about.
That's the spirit we love to see here at the Poker Run Village, and clearly Fran is looking good here with his straight 3s through 7s, and maybe that's going to get him something. We'll wait and see because we got a lot of hands to play out. I took a few moments to thank some of our sponsors again, and we soon began the program of handing out People's Choice Awards, but in between all that, we have to keep checking the boards to see who's got the leading Poker Run hands. Of course, there's plenty of time built into the agenda to pay tribute to our sponsors, and Hubert, Mark, and Eileen Fisher. We're going to be seeing a lot of them because they have so many awards to take home because they represent our grand prize sponsor, Off Lease Only, which has provided us with a brand new silver Mustang convertible, which somebody's going to take home tonight. And of course, they represent Boats Direct USA, the holding company, if you will, which represents the two main brands, Deep Impact and Blackwater Boats, with very strong representation here on this event. And here's Gary Patterson, who we saw earlier in the show, representing Liberty Coach with these luxury, high-end motor coaches. And we can expect to see him back again in 2018. And let's say hi to Cassie one more time from Performance Boat Center out in Lake of the Ozarks. And they, of course, more recently have taken on a new South Florida location when they purchased Dollar Performance. So nice to have Cassie and Brett and the whole team with a South Florida presence, and we look forward to having them back in the 2018 Key West event. And of course, Tim Gallagher, a gentleman who we've all known for many years in the marine industry, representing MTI Boats, accepting 2 awards, one as a sponsor and one as the Best Catamaran Award, which was presented to them for their 48 MTI. But the really big award, and appropriately that's the cue that Randy Sissom and his wife Sherelle took, the really big award here was the Manufacturers Cup. And that is awarded to the top manufacturer with the most number of their boats represented on the FPC Key West Poker Run roster. And that's a huge award. I think that they had close to 20 MTIs registered for this event, which was really an amazing number. And another big award here, the Farthest Traveled Award, Marcus Schilling, Team Germany, 38-foot cigarette Top Gun. Big shout out to these guys for coming overseas to join us for this event. That really says a lot about how great this poker run is and what people are willing to do and spend to be here. So, guys, congratulations and thank you. This is a very, very well-deserved award. And just to keep this entertainment at an all-time high, scoring 10 out of 10, another cameo here by the girls of Team Hammer Time, Rhea Key's crew, Sasha and the girls. They're here every year, but this time they got their own outfits and they got a little routine. And remember, this is not a part of any agenda. They just showed up and we gave them our stage because that's what we do at the Florida Powerboat Club. And this happened last year where it got down to a draw between the girls of Team Program and the Hammer Time girls. So we actually made 2 Sexiest Crew Awards this year because, you know, in all fairness, they both deserved it, and they both go home with a plaque to put up on the wall and say, hey, we were there, we won it. There he is, Big Ray Key from Team Hammer Time. He's been in the club for as long as I know, more than 10 years. Started with a fountain, went to a Deep Impact 36, and that morphed into a brand new Deep Impact 399. He got one of the first ones. And if you've ever seen them out partying, it's the Orange Boat, and these guys know how to put on a show. And, of course, honorable mention to Mr. Jim Lee and the girls of the SIG, as he calls it, 39 Cigarette. Of course, he has his mothership here, his big Hatteras motor yacht in the harbor as well. And that's why he has so many crew members. These lovely ladies with their cute little bunny ears and wigs putting on a show here for us at the Conch Republic Seafood Company. Guys, this is part of the show. Never staged, never planned. Totally spontaneous, and you guys in the club keep on coming up with these great shows, and this is how we are entertained, and it just keeps getting better. Plenty more awards to give out. Broken Propeller Awards are pretty popular these days. Not as many as we used to have, but Kyle Weiss and Team Splittin' Tens, somehow they broke down on the way down, and the boat didn't make it, but they certainly did. And by the way, they should have got the Best Dressed Crew Award, because look at those cool team shirts. Kyle and the boys with their cowboy hats, and then this other gentleman, he also won a Broken Propeller Award to take home. Another award I love giving out is the best team name. This went to Rich SZESNAT with his SV50 Outer Limits Poor Dirt Farmer. Just gotta love that name, Poor Dirt Farmer, because he actually does own a big construction company, and he's always out in the dirt running this equipment, but he's all over the place. A great guy to have in the club, and thanks for making it out, Rich. And a big shout out to Fran Martiat from Connecticut and his crew for winning the very coveted Best Dressed Team Award. This is a big one to get, but just look at those incredible Yeah Baby team shirts. They match the boat. They've got the Poker Run theme. It doesn't get much better than this. And it doesn't hurt to mention that these guys were so enthusiastic. A great team to have on the Key West Poker Run. And special mention here to Tron Scow, one of our sponsors, co-founder of Nortec High Performance Boats. They brought that brand new 56-foot center console with quad Yanmar diesels. I can't think of a more incredible performance center console that I've ever seen. And I had to give him actually the best V-bottom award because we already gave center console to Deep Impact. So Nortec really, I think, truly raised the bar with this new class of boat, 56 feet, 4 diesel engines, 4 harness and surface drives. So we almost need to create a new category, but for now, we're going to give them Best V-Bottom, a very well-deserved award. And at the peak of the evening, it was time to call up all of the Outer Limits owners for a very special tribute to the late Joe Scrow, who we had lost just 48 hours earlier. Remember, that occasion was on Thursday. It's now Saturday night. And we got all of the Outer Limits owners together to pay tribute. And it was a very, very special moment for all of us as we had a moment of silence. And everyone in the club and everyone attending, didn't matter whether you were a member or whether you were an Outer Limits owner, we all joined in this tribute to Joe. And we hope that we will never have to conduct this kind of a tribute again during a poker run. We want our sport to continue safe, and in the meantime, we will always remember Joe as we go forward, and remember just how much he did for the sport. And just one more time as we thank Doc Jansen there, as I gave him a little hug there in the yellow shirt. Doc Mike Jansen was a big part of that whole rescue operation on Thursday. He stayed by Joe's side right to the end. So thank you, Doc, and we're sorry for your loss as well. You know, our stage wasn't quite big enough to show all the Outer Limits teams, but I did take a moment to get a picture with my Canadian friends. Came all the way from Ontario. Darren and Danielle Peters, Team Stress Relief, a 46-foot Outer Limits. They were a part of this tribute, and a shout out to them for being here now for 2 years in a row, trailering that boat all the way from Canada to do this event. And it goes without saying that this was an evening of emotional highs and lows. Of course, the low being having to deal with the tragic incident of Joe Scrow and a tribute to him. But then back to the highs with celebrating the most coveted award of all, and that is the People's Choice Award for Sexiest Crew. And this was an opportunity to bring up Rhea Key and Team Hammer Time and the Hammer Time girls, who have been out there partying all day long at the Raft Up party there in the harbor. And then we brought up Jim Lee's girls from the Mr. Sig 39-foot cigarette. And, of course, Bob Berg, who has pretty much, I think, led the charge on getting this Sexiest Crew Award to where it's at. Girls from the team program, they're about to arrive in their turquoise bikinis. And between these three teams, I think it was a show that reached a new high in terms of just how many pretty ladies we could get on the stage at one time. So a very big thanks to Ray and Jim and Bob for continuing in this amazing tradition of putting together a real sexy crew on your boat and bringing them out here to the Saturday night party to entertain all of us. So you guys are all deserving. In my opinion, it was a top 3 across the board. Everyone wins this one, and everyone here in the club gets to enjoy the final hours of this fantastic evening as we close in on our final awards here in just a moment, where we're going to pick the winners for the top 3 prizes. And it's time to give away all the big prizes with more than 160 poker card hands or teams playing out. Third place now goes to Team Double D. That's Tony DeWall in the center there, and Don Doty off to the right, standing beside me. These two guys have been a great support to poker runs all over the country. They've brought 2 skaters to every Florida Powerboat Club event that they could. And the Team Double D, which would be DeWall and Doty. So they're up here to celebrate together. A lot of great prizes to take home tonight. And just a little bit of trivia, I want to thank Don Doty. I met him about 15 years ago at the Smoke in the Water Poker Run in Michigan. I've known him all these years, and he came back to support the Florida Powerboat Club with his entire crew. So thank you guys and gals for looking great and being such a spirited team, and congratulations on winning 3rd place. And 2nd place goes to a team we've all known and seen for many years, Mike and Maggie Sands, team Back in Black again. There's Mike Jr. arriving. They're all from Miami, been in the club since 1996. That's, 21 years now in the club. Not sure how many times they won 2nd place, but I'm sure they're happy to have won this time because there are a lot of great prizes, including that big Garmin chart plotter from Superior Communications and a bunch of other awesome goodies. So nice to have the Sands family here from Miami to win. And they've been in and out of so many boats, I can't even keep track. They've had probably 10 or 15 boats in the 21 years that we've had them in the club. And these guys just love power boating. It doesn't end. Their enthusiasm for this club and for this sport is beyond anything you could imagine. So thanks for your continued support to the Sands family, and congratulations for making it to the final podium here in Key West. And the grand finale to the show and the grand prize award goes to Hal and Missy Johnson in Team Something's Brewing, a 39-foot Nortec center console. They're all the way from Michigan, joined by their 2 sons, Jerry in the blue shirt, Ian in the gray shirt, and of course, Jackie Jones, always there for that final presentation. The $20,000 check from Off Lease Only represents the plan B, or the option to take the cash and go and buy a new car from Off Lease Only. But they say, nope, we're going to take the car that's here on display. We're going to take that silver 2017 Mustang convertible. We love it. We think it's perfect for our needs. We're going to keep it at the condo in Fort Lauderdale when we come down from Michigan. So congratulations to the Johnson family. Now we just got to find Mark and Eileen Fisher to give over the keys. And yep, there's Eileen right there getting a picture. Oh, I love this. Missy's like, no, I'll take the car. I'll take the car. But this is the final victory lap that we take every year. There's Eileen Fisher sitting up there with the Johnsons as they take a little victory lap from the Conch Republic Seafood Company. They're going to head down Green Street and do a couple of blocks on Duval Street to show everybody that they are the big winners of this 2017 edition of the Key West Poker Run. And it is a special one because we are celebrating 25 years here of powerboating in paradise. And I want to thank everybody for participating. It was a fantastic Saturday night party and a great way to end the poker run. And it's not over yet because we still have Sunday and we still have a great day of offshore powerboat racing here at the Superboat Worlds. Final day of racing. Remember, they've been racing Wednesday, Friday, and now Sunday. So it's time for us all to just kick back. Many of us hanging out here at the Hyatt-centric Key West because that is our #1 headquarter hotel for this Key West Poker Run. We have about 80% or more of the entire block of rooms here at this property, and I don't think there's a better place really to watch the race because we have the turn here right in Key West Harbor, so you can see the boats clocking in at high speeds and making that sharp turn as they head back out into the harbor. A very festive atmosphere here as we start to see some of the boats come out into the harbor and start milling. Jackie and myself and some of our FPC crew just decided to relax today and enjoy the race, and they got us a nice table right here in front of the water. I don't think that we could have found a better place. There's Tracy Gutierrez and her husband Ralph joining us as we start to see the safety boats. There's a Midnight Express U.S. Customs boat, and all the race boats coming out class by class. So this is about all we can show you because Superboat International told us that we cannot promote their racing, so I'm not promoting racing. We're just sitting here. We happen to see these boats out here this day. I don't even know who they are or what they're doing. Yeah, it's the Coast Guard races, actually, what we're watching. But thank you to all the Florida Powerboat Club members for your continued support, to all of our sponsors, the leading manufacturers in this industry, here to support this Key West event every year, and a great bunch of people from all over the country, in fact, all over the globe. We've got representation here from Europe, from Canada, from all over the United States. And I think that this diverse culture and groups of people from all walks of life that join together and ultimately have one common denominator, and that is our passion for the powerboating lifestyle. That's what makes the Key West Poker Run such a signature event, and that's what drives the Florida Powerboat Club and has for over 25 years. Thanks to everybody who attended. Thanks to all of our sponsors. And this will wrap up episode 8, our final in a series of 8 episodes featuring the epic Florida Powerboat Club Key West Offshore Poker Run 25th edition, November of 2017. Going forward, our 2018 dates are November 7th to the 12th. We hope you can join us. We already have about 120 teams registered at this time in early September. And going forward, remember that Mercury Racing will be our presenting sponsor, with off-lease only, once again presenting the grand prize. You can find all the information at flpowerboat.com and on Facebook, FL Powerboat. We, of course, have a number of Instagram pages as well. Here's all of the different addresses. But more importantly, if you love watching these videos, as many of you do, be sure to subscribe to us at Florida Powerboat Club on YouTube, or you can just put my name in the search, Stu Jones. You're going to find the channel, subscribe to the channel, and give yourself the notification bell. Click on that. That way, every time there's a new series or a new episode that's released, you're going to get a notification, so you're going to be right on top of the current and latest episodes. This is Stu Jones. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you soon on a Florida Powerboat Club adventure. Remember to be safe and wear your life jackets. See you soon, guys.
I want to be